After the 2019 season where the Golden State Warriors lost in the NBA Finals to the Toronto Raptors, Kevin Durant took his talents to Brooklyn, leaving the Golden State Warriors behind. Now, what happens if Kevin Durant actually decides to stay with the Golden State Warriors that offseason, continuing his journey as a Golden State Warrior from that point on till today's NBA? Yo, what's going on, you guys? Cage Presents back out with another video today. I'm here in NBA 2K24 with one thing I do want to see what would happen. What if Kevin Durant decided to not leave the Golden State Warriors and stay with them until the current day? Well, we're about to find out here on NBA 2K24. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get into the video and let's get started. So, in this simulation, Kevin Durant has not signed with the Brooklyn Nets, and Kyrie has still signed with the Nets, but Kyrie is not there with Durant. So obviously no Durant, Harden, Kyrie Irving, big three is ever going to form there in Brooklyn. Durant stays with the Golden State Warriors, stay with Curry, Thompson, Draymond Green. At this point, they do have D'Angelo Russell. Still got Jordan Poole. Looney's here. Alec Burks even. Damian Lee, Willie Cauley-Stein. So I just wanted to see what happened. Obviously, you still prime Curry. Thompson's still doing incredible at this point. Similar to the All-Star break, and I'll update you guys with how things are going at that point. Now, for the simulation, I have no say, no nothing, control over anything in this, meaning that the entire thing is completely simulated by the computer. So, for example, I would not be making any trades. I would not be making any free agency signings. That is all done by the CPU. It'd also be interesting to see what happens with the rest of the NBA and what's going to happen between these other teams, as in, like, will Lillard ever get traded in this? You know, is LeBron going to stay with the Lakers even? You know, is Kuzma going to stay with the Lakers? Who knows? We're about to find out, so stay tuned. I'm simulating to the All-Star break and update you guys with how things are going at that point. I'll see you then. So we're here at the trade deadline. We're 38-12 at this point. We are second in the Western Conference behind the Memphis Grizzlies, so that is definitely interesting. Also, Steve Kerr's got Alec Burks starting over D'Angelo Russell for some reason. I have no idea what that's about. The Nuggets are doing good. Pelicans are doing good. Even the Mavericks are doing good at this point. We did lose to the Grizzlies here. They still got Dylan Brooks, Tyus Jones. They got Grayson Allen here at this point. It's kind of crazy. You look back at it and it's like, oh, they still had like this player at this point in time, even though this really wasn't that long ago. This is the 2019-2020 season. We're 38-12, and at the All-Star break, let's look and see which of our players made the All-Star team. Now, I assume that Curry made it, of course, and Durant, and there they are, the two of them. We got DeMar DeRozan of the Spurs at this point still. So that's really it for now. I'm assuming to the end of the season. Hopefully things go well for the Warriors, and we'll see in the simulation how many rings that they would have won still if Durant stayed. At the end of the season here, Luka is your MVP. We got Mike Scott, Rookie of the Year. I don't know what that one's about. Josh Hart, Sixth Man. Claxton, Defensive Player of the Year. And Trae Young is your most improved player, 38 points a game. With Trae, Shea, Jokic, and LeBron as your first team here. Pretty solid all around. We got Kevin Durant is on the All-NBA third team this season. All-Defensive first team. Luka Doncic and Mikal Bridges on the second one. Jonathan Isaac's here on the All-Defensive second team. Let me show you guys these stats really quickly here for this season here. Durant led the way in scoring for us. He had 28 points a game. Curry had 24. Thompson 19. D'Lo had 14. Poole at 17, all around solid. Rebounding, Looney had 13 rebounds a game this year. Wow. Durant had 8. Draymond 8, Curry 5, assist department, Draymond led the way 7 there. It's a good season for Draymond, 7-7-7. And at the end of the season, we finished 63-19, so we were tied with the Grizzlies for the best record in the Western Conference. However, they won the tiebreaker against us, meaning that we are the second seed and in the first round of the playoffs. So we take on the Los Angeles Lakers here. These Lakers have John Wall, KCP. I have no idea how they got John Wall. How did they get John Wall? They signed him, I guess. KCP, LeBron, Kuzma, Davis, Horton Tucker, Caruso still on the team, McGee, Danny Green. Interesting lineup. We're just going to simulate right the playoffs. Obviously, I have no control or say in any of this, and in the first round of the playoffs, we come back down 3-1 against the Lakers, and we'll be playing the New Orleans Pelicans in round number 2. They got Drew, Lonzo, Ingram, Zion, Favors, Hart. A solid team. I actually thought they would have kept that together, but I guess not. In the second round, we get bounced by the Pelicans. So we take on the Denver Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals. And it is the Heat and the Nuggets in the NBA Finals here. Let's see what happens in the 2020 season, saying that the Denver Nuggets would have won. Jokic is your Finals MVP. So that's for the 2019-20 season. I'm assuming with the offseason here, show you guys anything of note before we head back into next season. I'll see you guys shortly. Simulation, the Bulls actually got Chris Paul, which is pretty interesting in my eyes. Nothing really too crazy of note here. Porzingis ends up on the Clippers from Dallas, as well with Drew Holiday too. They no longer have Kawhi Leonard. In this simulation, DeJounte Murray ends up on the Oklahoma City Thunder. We got Cam still in the Suns with DeAndre Ayton and Devin Booker. DeRozan is on the Spurs with Claxton. Derek White still, Keldon Johnson. Brunson is on the Rockets with Aaron Gordon, Malcolm Brogdon, and Josh Hart. It's a very interesting combination. Kawhi does go back to the Raptors in this simulation here. That's very interesting. So he's got OG, Fred, Kongwu, who they drafted first overall. Very interesting. And Pistons. The Pistons actually ended up drafting LaMelo Ball with the second pick. They had that. Zion, Ingram, and Mikal Bridges are on the Pelicans. And on the Pacers, Scott Turner. We get D'Angelo Russell signs with the Pacers. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, nothing too crazy here. Besides this one, of course, LeBron James is now a member of the Brooklyn Nets. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that? I have no idea. And Bradley Beal is a member of the Mavs. There's crazy stuff going on here in the NBA. Us, we didn't really change, despite the fact, though, that after this, our GM only signed these, undrafted rookies here. I have no idea what in the world was this. So we did sign Skylar Mays, though. He's got potential. But other than that, I mean, we can have our core guys here, but then after this is, So either way, we didn't win last year. Hopefully we can go out and win this year. We'll see what happens. So despite only having those random rookies at the end of it, we are 35-15 here. First atop the Western Conference. We're a game and a half above the Oklahoma City Thunder. I have no idea how this is working out, but the thing is, we are working out obviously because we are 35-15. I do want to check the Thunder's team because I'm very curious to see who they have at this point because they are doing exceptionally well. And at this point, they still got Shea. They got DeJounte Murray in there, Max Strus, Obi Toppin. This very interesting lineup. It's really interesting when you look at it and who are these teams now? The Raptors got Kawhi Leonard back again. They got Christian Wood is doing his thing. Still got Fred. OG still here after getting traded later today. Either way, assuming to the end of the season, hopefully things work out here because I do want to see at least if we can win one more championship with Kevin Durant. At the end of this season, Jokic is your MVP. We got James Wiseman as your Rookie of the Year with the Hornets, 19-10. Wow. Bledsoe, 6-man. Giannis, Defensive Player of the Year. Garland as your Most Improved. Jalen Brunson averaged 30 a game with the Rockets. Let's see. None of them on the All-NBA team. We got LeBron, the Brooklyn Nets of all teams. Harden's on the Knicks in this. How did I not catch that? Curry's on the All-NBA third team, so that is good for us. Lonzo is on the Jazz. Oh my God! Look how much the NBA changes so quickly. And at the end of the season, we did go 54-28. So despite having all those players that weren't too crazy, we still were atop the Western Conference. Hopefully things work out here this season. Let me show you all these stats first off before we head into things. Curry led the way in scoring for us. He had 27, 6-6 this year. Durant had 25, 8-4. Poole averaged 24 a game this year with Clay at 19. So they were all doing their thing. Draymond had 4, 6, and 5. Looney's still averaging 12 rebounds a game. I have no idea how this worked out, but the thing is, it definitely did. So we're going to take on the Los Angeles Clippers in the play-in game here. They got Drew Holiday, Bruce Brown, Powell, Porzingis, Zubac. It's a solid team, but we'll see what happens. I don't want to say we're better because look at that. We get swept in the first round by the Los Angeles Clippers. Oh my God. So this would be the 2020-21 season here that the Bucks won. And Let's see what happens here. The Lakers and the Celtics in the NBA Finals, and the Boston Celtics with Jason Tatum lead them to victory. So that's another year. Unfortunately, we didn't win. We were the first seed out west again with Durant, but we'll see what happens next year. I'll update you guys with anything of note, and I'll see you guys shortly. All right, so here's how we're looking here in year number 3, this being the 21-22 season. We still got Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, of course. We got Klay Thompson. Poole is still on the roster. Got Draymond Green. GM this offseason went and signed Andre Drummond, Cedi Osman, and Rashawn Holmes, which I think honestly is going to be a much better situation than what we had last year and all those guys playing. So we will see what happens. We did lose Kevon Looney in this, which sucks. Jim drafted Keon Johnson with his pick. We still got Skylar Mays. We drafted Kessler Edwards too. So we will see what happens around the league. The Wizards just suck. They still got Westbrook, but Westbrook is not, the same at this point. Embiid, Jimmy Butler is back on the Philadelphia 76ers. Here on the Bucks, they have Jamal Murray now. Laurie and Levine lead the way with Chris Paul on the Chicago Bulls. Tatum, Brown. The Celtics team is pretty similar now. Still got the same team for the Clippers. Jaren Jackson Jr., Valanciunas for the Grizzlies. On the Hawks, they do end up with Siakam in this simulation. On the Heat, they have Bam, Brendan Ingram, and Tyler Hero as their big three. Terry Rozier, Caleb Martin, and Malik Monk, along with James Wiseman, is how it's going in Charlotte. Lonzo is the best player on the Jazz with Rudy Gobert and Miles Bridges. In Sacramento, they still end up with Sabonis, which is so good for them. And they end up with Fox. Bagley still on the Knicks. They got R.J. Barrett, James Harden, and Mitchell Robinson. They also got a young Tyrese Halliburton in here, as well as Cade Cunningham. How did they do that? I have no idea. Lakers, they got Anthony Davis, Paul George, Kuzma, Eric Bledsoe. Solid. The Magic got Turner, Fultz, and then Mavericks got Luka and Beal. So very interesting. We'll see how everything turns out. Hopefully, we still win a championship at this point, but I'll see you guys shortly. MVP in the simulation, Cade is your rookie of the year at this point with the Knicks. Cole Anthony, sixth man of the Wizards. Claxton is on the Spurs. Son Ilyasova is most improved player. I'm good for him, I guess. Pretty all-around stuff. Again, we got Curry on the All-NBA second team this year. Tremont Waters of all players is doing crazy. Oh my God, this game sometimes a little bit not the best, but we'll see what happens. At the end of the season here, Curry led winning scoring at 28, 5 and 5. Durant will be back for playoffs here. That's good. He averaged 26, 7 and 4 this year. Clay averaged 19 a game for us. Very, very good. Poole had 22 games. Unfortunately, he tore his ACL this season, so he's out. That is not good for us. We do have Drummond, who they signed 11 and 12. He was good for us as well. We have Steven Adams now too, apparently. I have no idea how that happened. Cedi Osman was solid off the bench. Hopefully things work out. So in the first round, the playoffs, we'll be taking on the Pelicans once again. Who was on this Nets team again? I forgot. Tremont Waters, Kyrie, LeBron, Brantley, Spencer Dinwiddie, and LeVert. This is at TJ Warren and Usman Garuba. Very interesting lineup. Let's see what happens out here with the Pelicans, and we are going to lose once more in the 22 season. So that's not good for us. So we'll see with the rest of the playoffs here, see what happens, and it's going to be the Thunder taking on the Detroit Pistons. Who's on Pistons? LaMelo, Brandon Knight, Cam Reddish, Enes Kanter, Thomas Bryant, Malcolm Brogdon, TJ McConnell. Interesting lineup. And the Thunder are going to win the NBA Finals. So another season done. So that is now a couple seasons in the bank. And hopefully we win another one, but we keep making playoffs. But unfortunately, we can't really get past the first round. 23 season right now. Still got Curry, Durant, Thompson. Draymond is nowhere to be seen. I couldn't even find him, so maybe he retired in this. Who knows? But the thing is, though, we have a whole bunch of solid players on this roster now. I guess they cleared up all the cap room, I guess, because none of them are really making too much. Who knows? We got Hartenstein, Shamit, Kelly Olynyk, Osman, Covington, Doug McDermott. I have no idea what this GM did or anything. Who knows? But we're gonna see what happens here. So here's a rotation currently. We got Curry, Thompson, Osman, Durant, Hartenstein, Doug McDermott, Shamit, Covington, Keon Johnson. Is this a good lineup? No, but who knows what happened? I just want to see the Warriors win at least once. They couldn't even win in the actual year that they won in real life. So who knows? Hopefully this year is going to be the one they win. I'll see you guys shortly. This season, Ja Morant is your MVP. We got Paolo Banchero as Rookie of the Year of the Wizards. Spencer Dinwiddie is still on the Nets. Six-man Giannis, Spencer Player of the Year. RJ Hampton was approved of the Jazz. It's very interesting. Still things happen. De'Aaron Fox is a member of the Hornets. That's very new. LeBron's still on the Nets, so that is good for us. I don't know what Illuso is doing incredibly well, and Tremont Waters is killing it. Who knows? And OG actually made it on the Knicks. You see that? OG's still on the Knicks just like in real life. And at the end of the season, we were the 5th seed, which is still pretty good. At this point, we went. Curry averaged 27, 6, and 7 this year. Durant had 24, 7, 3. Poole with 23. Clay had 18. The rest of them had like 8 or so a game. It was pretty solid all around for the rest of this Warriors team. Much more depth-based this season compared to the previous ones. But, we went 50-32, so we didn't still do what I thought, but who knows. So we're taking on the Pelicans in the first round. They got Mikal Bridges, Middleton, Zion, Stewart, Malik Beasley. Hopefully one of these years we can get past this first round here, but is it going to be this year? It is. We beat the Pelicans, and now we're taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder in round 2. Let's see who they got. They have Shea, DeJounte Murray, Dort, Toppin, Precious, Strus. I think obviously they're better in real life, but this is still a pretty good team here. But we'll see what happens, and we're gonna lose in 5 games to the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's not good. They got the Timberwolves. I haven't really checked to see who's on Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards, Wiggins, Towns, Reed, Taco Fall. What is Taco Fall averaging? 9 and 9 in the playoffs. Okay, Taco. And we'll take a look at the Magic and the Bulls here. Magic got Fultz, KCP, Okoro, Sova, Turner, Caruso. And Cam Thomas all too. The Bulls got Killian Hayes, Kobe White, J-Dub, Lauri Markkanen, and Wendell Carter Jr. and Mitchell Robinson. Good teams. Similar to the rest of the playoffs here, the Thunder are taking on the Magic, and the Thunder win yet again in the simulation. So that's the 22-23 season, meaning the Thunder won this one. One season left. I'm going to playing out the 23-24 season. Hopefully this Warriors team can win. Otherwise it looks like even if Durant stayed with the Warriors, they would not have won still. That's crazy to think about, but that's what 2K is saying. We're now in the 23-24 season, so that's this current season, and this is what they're saying that the Warriors roster is going to be. I have no idea how this happened, but we got Steph Curry, James Harden somehow on the Warriors. We got Buddy Hield, Kevin Durant, Drew Eubanks, Landry Shamet, Cam Johnson, I think is a good pickup, Andre Drummond, and TJ Warren. Yeah, I have no idea what this is. We had no Klay Thompson, so I guess maybe they traded Klay and Poole or something at this point. I have no idea, but hopefully we win because we have not been good at all. But the thing is, we'll see what happens. I'll submit it to the All-Star. Luka wins yet another MVP in the sim. Tyrese Proctor, Rookie of the Year. Mike Scott, 6-man. I don't even know what's going on here. Scotty Barnes is on the Spurs. And unfortunately, we didn't even make the playoffs this season at all. So I'm just going to stimulate right through it, see what happens. And unfortunately, I mean, that called me crazy, but apparently 2K is saying as the Pistons win the NBA championship here, who's on their roster? They have LaMelo, Julius Randle, Vucevic. That's a solid team, I guess. But apparently, Harden got injured. Looks like a team with Kevin Durant going back to the Warriors after all these years. Looks like they're not going to win somehow, but that's 2K for you. So if you all enjoyed the video, please sure to like, subscribe for future content. I have some more of these ideas coming up along the way. I'll see you guys shortly, and I'll see you guys in the next video.